So it's already been 1 month since New York Toy Fair. It feels like a lifetime ago already that we were geeking out on all of this brand new toy news for the year of 2019. And even though it's already been forever ago, I want to talk about the best things that we saw at the show. So I popped onto my Patreon page and I posed the question, what do you guys think were the best reveals from the 2019 New York Toy Fair? We had a fantastic discussion, and this video right here are the items that were voted on the most by my supporters there on Patreon. So let's go ahead and run through the list of some of the things that I and they think were the coolest things we saw at the 2019 New York Toy Fair. And I want to go ahead and start with 2 honorable mentions. They didn't get a ton of votes from my particular audience, but they did get brought up a few times and definitely worth mentioning. And of course, everybody's opinion is going to be different on this. So if your favorite things didn't make this list, that's fantastic. That's what the comments section is for. Tell us what you think were your personal favorite reveals from the show. Let's get on with it. Honorable mention number 1 goes to the Transformers Omega Supreme. This amazingly massive new Transformer was on full display, and I got some footage of it, which I'm showing you guys right now. This is one of the things that unfortunately I didn't get a full video of from the show because my time was so limited in Hasbro, I didn't get a ton shot, but this was definitely one of the highlights of the Transformers display, and I know a lot of folks are really excited about it. Honorable mention number 2 is also with Hasbro and is going to go to Star Wars. And this is the thing, they didn't even have a ton of new things to show off because they're holding so much back for the upcoming episode 9, and they're probably not going to be revealing any of that until probably Star Wars Celebration. But the things they did show were pretty cool. I mean, we got that 6-inch Black Series Ezra and Chopper both looking fantastic. They revealed the awesome Celebration exclusives, which were the Phantom Menace figures on the classic card backs, which is awesome, like 6-inch scale Darth Maul, but you know, on that classic style Phantom Menace card back. Amazing that it's been 20 years since those were released. And also all of the cool Return of the Jedi stuff that's coming out that goes perfect with the sail barge. You know, we got that great Jabba and Jabba's throne room environment. We got the skiff. All of that looks pretty fantastic. All right, so let's really get into it. The best of Toy Fair, and we're gonna start, weird, surprise, Hasbro again with their Marvel Legends line, because let me tell you something, guys, Hasbro brought it this year. I mean, I was really amazed with the amount of stuff they pumped out in their showroom and really just gave the fans the things that they wanted to see for the most part. Marvel Legends was certainly no exception to this because there were so many new Marvel Legends on display. I mean, it's amazing. I feel like every year they outdo what they did the year previous. So there's some amazing stuff going on there. Lots of new things for people to be excited about. Particularly, I'm really excited about the anniversary line, the Marvel Anniversary line. Just some of those really cool comic representations of the characters look fantastic. Specifically, I'm really excited about that Hulk and first appearance Wolverine. I just think they look amazing. That Hulk is incredible. Pun intended. Some really great stuff going on for Marvel Legends, and definitely something for fans of that line to be excited about. Next up, Super 7 revealed that they're doing new figures in the Masters of the Universe Classic style. But what does that mean exactly? Well, they're doing different properties, but done in the same way as they've done Masters of the Universe Classics. So the scale is the same, the 7 inches, the articulation's the same, the bucks, the bodies look very similar, but we're getting things like Conan the Barbarian, and we're getting a Voltron in that scale, which looks awesome. And then the one that really stole the show, and the one that everybody, so many people were telling me was their favorite reveal from the show, the Toxic Crusader. Unbelievable. So let me tell you guys something. This figure was sort of the talk of the show. Every time I talked to anybody around the show floor, they said to me, did you see that Toxie that Super 7's doing? This thing came out of nowhere. And the funny thing is like Brian Flynn from Super 7 said he had no idea that people would be this interested in it, but that's what people were going to look at was Toxie. He looks just like the original Playmates Toys figure, but he's done in classic style, 7 inches, fully articulated, highly detailed, sculpted by the 4 Horsemen, comes with a ton of accessories. And this looks like it could be a really cool line, and I think a lot of people are really excited for more things that they're going to do from this. I mean, they even had Ren and Stimpy in this size, in this scale, and it was kind of incredible. So I think a lot of eyes are on this because folks are really interested to see what Super 7 is going to do with this new classics-styled line of figures. Oh, and while we're on the discussion, they also had a placard card there saying that they were going to do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in this style. They didn't have any figures on display yet, but this is obviously huge news, and I think it's worth another video to discuss it. Next up, Best of Toy Fair, Neca Toys makes the list. Neca Toys always makes the list because they've got some really incredible things. But a lot of my followers specifically were excited about what was shown off for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I cannot blame them. Most importantly, Bebop and Rocksteady. They're doing the classic cartoon Bebop and Rocksteady in the same kind of 6-7 inch scale that they've done their other classic cartoon figures from, which is amazing. Also, those classic cartoon figures were originally only exclusive at Comic-Con, and now they're showing up at Target stores. A lot of you have already found them and bought them. So Bebop and Rocksteady are supposed to be coming in the next assortment, along with other figures, other characters from the original cartoon series. Sounds like there's going to be a heavy influence of villains in there, which is amazing. Just, it's incredible to see NECA being able to pump these turtles out, finally putting them in retail. Even though they're still not like super easy to just go in and find, at least the option is there now. At least people can go to the stores and buy these. And Bebop and Rocksteady in this scale and style, it's going to be the first time we've truly had Bebop and Rocksteady in action figure form that looked like their cartoon counterparts. Truly looked like them. So that is really exciting news. And it sounds like that they're going to be doing a whole lot more with TMNT. I know he talked a little bit more about what's going to happen with like the Slash and the General Trag and the Leatherhead that we originally saw revealed. Sounds like those are definitely still coming. And it sounds like we're getting more stuff possibly from the movie world as well. So NECA really bringing their A game again. Next up, and one that definitely had a huge buzz, especially with my community here in my world, Super 7 revealed that they're doing Masters of the Universe Classics figures from the 1987 motion picture. These are figures that we never thought we were going to get. We were always told these were completely off the table, and yet here they are presented to us with full likenesses of Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella. It's amazing. We're getting He-Man, we're getting Skeletor, we're getting the Golden God Skeletor, which, oh my god, has been like my #1 most wanted figure for years, and he's finally coming. And we're also getting a repaint of Karg, but looking like he did in the movie, which is something that really just helps to round out this set of new figures. Man, we could talk about all the other characters from the movie that we would like to see as figures now, but let's just take a moment to like really realize how amazing this is that we're finally getting these figures, something that we never thought we were going to get. We were always told was totally impossible, and they did it. They're coming. And they're on pre-order right now on Super 7's website, so you better do that if you're interested. This was my personal #1 pick, but there was something else that my Patreons were very excited about, and that brings us to Hasbro's Power Rangers. This was one of the things that people were the most excited to see going into Toy Fair, and it sounds like Hasbro did not disappoint. I personally was very impressed with their display. And let me just say this again. Hasbro brought it this year. They had incredible stuff on display. They really brought their A game, I felt like, because aside from they didn't have a whole lot for Star Wars, but what they did have was cool. But, aside from the Transformers and the tons of Marvel Legends they revealed, they also had these new properties with Overwatch and with Power Rangers, and they put out a ton of product for both of these. Is amazing. So the Legacy line, which is the 6-inch Marvel Legends style, the Legends type thing, they look really incredible, and they've got me very, very excited myself. And I'm not even a huge Power Rangers fan, but that Lord Zed is like the Lord Zed figure I have always wanted, because I have always loved the design of that villain. I've never felt he had a proper toy that did that costume that looked proper, and this does it. It's amazing. He's got like the clear tubes all over him. He just looks incredible. The only thing that can make him better is if he had some vac metal so all the silver parts were shiny like it was in the show. But now I'm just really kind of picking nits because he's a great looking figure, and everything that they're doing with those look really, really really great. And it's going to be interesting to see what Hasbro continues to do with their Power Rangers lines going forward, because aside from the collector stuff, they're still doing the mainline stuff too with Zords, all from the new TV series that's their TV series. So really exciting stuff for Power Rangers and from Hasbro in general. So there you go, guys. That is our best of list of the 2019 New York Toy Fair. Like I said, I know this feels like it was a lifetime ago already, but I still think there's a lot of really cool topics to discuss here. So was your favorite thing on this list, or do you have something entirely different? If so, that is totally cool, because we all love toys for different reasons, and I'm always happy to hear what you guys thought were the best things on display. So this is your chance. Sound off in the comments, and stay tuned, because we will also be discussing the worst of Toy Fair. Until next time, my friends.